All right, so today we're going to start talking about improper fractions and mixed numbers. Now, this is not something that should be new to you, but you're probably a little rusty with it, and we need to really master it this year, okay? So we're going to take a little bit of notes first. The first one is on proper fractions. I'm writing this with my red pen. I need to go ahead and define what a proper fraction is. So what is a proper fraction? What does that mean? What's a proper fraction? Tell us, Rachel.
A fraction where the numerator is smaller than the denominator.
Perfect. The numerator is smaller than denominator. Okay. I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to draw us a number line just right below it. Down there is fine.
Do you want us to write it?
Yes, baby. Always do what I do. And I'm going to go ahead and number it 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, just to kind of get a little bit of reference, up until now, like last topic, we were talking about mainly proper fractions, where the numerator was smaller than the denominator. So where on this number line did those fractions fall? Here I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Where on this number line, topic 9, where we added and subtracted proper fractions, where were they on this number line?
In between.
And the answer is not on there. They were on here somewhere. So where were they? Where were they, Haley?
In between 0 and 1.
Yes, they were all in between 0 and 1, okay? They were not less than 0 because that's a negative number. We don't deal with negative numbers.
Would there be negative 1/2?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is, but we were dealing with less than 1. Today, in this topic, we're going to be adding and subtracting mixed numbers. They could be a whole lot bigger than 1. What it is a whole number and some little pieces, okay? It's like $2.75 or $8.50, 8.5, okay? So, who wants to give me a proper fraction that we can put on our number line with our red pen? Any proper fraction. Tell me one, Ben.
2/4.
2/4, okay? Where are you going to put 2/4?
At half.
It's 1/2, so where's it going to go?
In the middle of 1 and 0.
1/2. Half of what?
1/2.
It's going to be half of 1, right? Less than 1. Half of $1 is less than 1. So it's going to go right here in the middle. Okay? Now, with my purple pen, we're going to talk about mixed numbers. And what's a mixed number? What is it, Dunham?
It's a whole number with a fraction.
Yep. A whole number with a fraction. A whole number with a fraction. All right, who wants to give me an example to put on our number line? Give Emily one, Emily.
1 and 1/2.
1 and 1/2. Where are we going to put that? In between what?
Between the 1 and the 2.
Good. Exactly in between 1 and 2. Because it splits 1.5. Now with my green pen, we're going to quickly talk about what is an improper fraction. How do you know that a fraction is an improper fraction? Tell me, Andrew.
The numerator is bigger than the denominator.
Fabulous. The numerator is bigger than denominator. Denominator. All right. Improper fractions always make me feel weird. Do they make you feel weird? When I see one, I'm like, oh, that shouldn't be like that. It should be normal. All right, who wants to give me an example?
We need a poster board.
No, you need to have a rough draft first. I need to see a rough draft option.
Okay.
All right, Maddie, give me one.
8/4.
Okay, absolutely. 8/4, she said. Where am I going to put that on my number line? Where does it fall between? 8/4. What do you think, Asha?
And the 4.
Do what now?
Wait, actually after the 4.
After the 4? Not after the 4. What do you think, Will?
In between 1 and 2.
Okay, in between 1 and 2. What do you think, Madeline?
Exactly at the 2.
Exactly at the 2. Do you agree with her?
Yes.
Yeah, because 8, this says 8 divided by 4. And what's 8 divided by 4?
2.
2. So fractions are not a mystery, guys. As long as you remember what this is saying and you're thinking that line means divided by. You've got to remember that because then you can read it like a sentence. 8 divided by 4 and you're like, oh, duh, that's 2. See that?
So like on the pretest, the one that I didn't get,
Yeah.
it was like 7 and 1/2. And then equals 2, but there was a blank.
Yes.
2. So it was just 7 and 1/2 times 2.
Well, let's talk about that in just a second. Actually, we're going to do the opposite first. We're going to start now with an improper fraction and turn him into a mixed number, okay? So, how do you change between mixed and improper? How do you change between mixed and improper? And our fraction we're going to use is 12/9. All right, so I'm going to start with my green pen. So first of all, I'm thinking, no, just like what's your plan? What's your plan going to be for your game? All right, so first thing I'm thinking of is how many times can my denominator go into my numerator? I'm writing this in green. And in this case, how many times can it? Well, I'll let you finish writing. Okay, at this point you should not be panicking and saying, I don't know, 9 doesn't go into 12. Yeah, it does. And it's okay, there's going to be pieces left over most of the time. That's okay. So what am I thinking here? What's my problem that I'm thinking, Will? How many times my denominator can go into my numerator? If I read this, no, just what's the problem? What's the equation?
12 divided by 9.
Good. Okay, 12 divided by 9 is what we're thinking. So how many times does 9 go into 12? Once. I'm writing big. All right, next I'm going to get my red pen. And how many, this is what I'm thinking now, how many are left over? So we said it went into it once. 9 goes into 12 one time. What's left over? 3. Because 12 minus 9 is 3. So I'm going to write that in red. What do we do next? Who wants to tell me? What do you do, Emily?
You keep your denominator.
Yeah, keep the same denominator. Don't make it hard. Keep that denominator, which is going to be 9. And what do you always, always, always do when you're dealing with fractions? Simplify if necessary.
1 and 1/3. 1 and 1/3.
1 and 1/3, Will says. Yeah, so you keep that 1 the same. Don't go changing up on that. And then we see that 3 goes into 3 and 9, 1/3. Can I simplify that any farther?
Nope.
No, he's as far as he can go. We'll come back for part 2.